Che Guevara. So that painting was done by a soldier of Bolivar, Jose Maria Espinosa. Jose Maria Espinosa, who was a soldier in the independence war, and when they returned to Bogota, he had a talent for painting, for the plastic arts. And Bolivar called him, and in many opportunities he painted for him, and then he was gifted this painting for posterity, and it is in the center of this room, the room Simon Bolivar, where today I received the student movement in a very special way. I know that in the Congress of the university students and the Congress of the students of the middle education, you had deliberations, debates, and different proposals came up. And part of those proposals were delivered to me in writing, and we have processed them. And our obligation as ministers and the Bolivarian government is to articulate ourselves profoundly in the daily actions with the student movement to support that youth that is forming themselves in the way of building the homeland in all of the high schools, in all of the universities, a homeland of values, a youth of values. They are very well organized. You know that. They are well organized. They have conscience, a lot of it, and we have to learn from them of how they perceive the world, because this generation has tried to label it. They have tried to label them as Gen Z. Who invented that? The ABC. C, Y, C. Who invented that? It was invented by the manipulators of all of the hours, like Chavez used to say, and Gaitan in Colombia as well, to now through social media mold the attitudes and the ways of acting and the brain of the youth to articulate them to the terrible causes of the leaders of the empire. That's why I say to the youth, do not let yourselves be manipulated by anyone. Cultivate the conscience, the critical conscience, the patriotic conscience, and the values, the revolutionary values. I say that to you, this young boy that just turned 63 years of age, and that 50 years ago, I thank God, I thank my family that 50 years ago I took the path of the revolutionary values, and they have made me a happy man, useful to the homeland. I tell it to you with experience. I was the delegate of my class of the first year in the high school Urbanes Alche Paul. I was the delegate of the class, and I was the president centers as well. There, Ernesto Villegas, in 2 consecutive periods, or 3 maybe, I believe. The student movement, I know it very well because I come from the student movement, and then I was elected by my co-workers to be the syndicate delegate of the working place of Metrobus, and from there you know the story, watch the movie so you can find out the 2 shows that will from today be published and posted on Netflix as well. And we have had, and when I say I say we, because here you see the faces of the companions and the experience of men and women who have been part of the permanent social fight. So let's learn from them, ministers. Sit down with tranquility to listen to them. to understand them and to support them. It is one of the most sacred and beautiful tasks that we can fulfill and we should fulfill is to listen and support the hope that the student youth and the Venezuelan youth has, their ideas, their projects, their dreams, and for them to have the certainty that all of their dreams are going to be accomplished, all of their dreams are going to fulfill them. For me, it's a great joy because I was saying in the Minister Council now, people here, Ariana, Amy, Grecia, Genesis, the director of the Great Mission of the Youth of the Venezuela Young, and our Minister of the Youth, Sergio, as well, and well, all of the young people that are here that lead that tremendous team that I want to congratulate publicly the Mayor State of the Youth for the tremendous work that you have done in the communes, in the universities, in the high schools, in the cultural movement, the student movement. And we have to continue persevering in the lines. We have a very well set path, very clear. There is a song that says, and I always repeat it, you might not know it. It is a Cuban guaracha, I believe, that is very old, that says, how does it say? It says, don't leave the path just to take a different one. Do not leave the path just to take another one. And I say to you, we have a clear path, we have the dreams. Let's continue on this path which is ours. Everything else is a lie. Let's not expect anything from anyone but from ourselves.